Hello and welcome to the Underhive. Today we're going to be starting a new series, and I took the initiative myself because I really wanted to play a crossbow character, so that is what we're going to go for here. Once again, we're going to be Permadeath, but from the very beginning. This time I think it's easier to follow and less of a surprise that it comes in at a certain point, so we're going to be Permadeath from the get-go. So just to run you through the character, we randomly generated the appearance. I always just like to see what we get, and we randomly generated the name Orenhard. So we are going to be going one-handed and shielded along with the crossbow. We're going to be on foot, but because the crossbow perks later down the line unlock being able to do it on horse and reload on horse, we might get a mount. We will certainly use the mount to get over to Vlandia, but from there we'll go on foot. We will go down the smithing route again, and then all these down the bottom are relevant. It's just sort of at what stage you get them, really. But we definitely want to get some in roguery sooner rather than later. Picking up that loot is going to be really important because we're going to want to keep our party size low at the beginning and build up a bit later down the line once we've got some cash behind us. Now, I don't particularly like Dirhart, the leader of the Vlandians, so we could look at attempting the main mission, but again, being Permadeath, the odds of us ever finishing that are pretty low. So let me know what you think. Might be more sensible to just join the army and get part of some sieges rather than attempting to go it alone and ultimately never really getting to the point that we can siege, because we'd have to have our own clan forces ready and up there before we could attempt that. So we went for the following beginning, if you're interested. Obviously, Vlandia get 20% more XP for troops from battles. I would say that's probably the second best behind the Khergits. The rest are fine, but more or less redundant. Our family are hunters. In our early childhood, we spent time getting our eye in and focusing on attention to detail. In adolescence, we gathered herbs in the wild. In our youth, we stood guard with the garrisons. In our young adulthood, we invested some money in land. And our story background, we subdued the raider. We are going on realistic for all of those options. We are keeping map movement speed, and we'll go challenging for combat AI from the get-go. And again, it is Permadeath. So any death outside of a tournament, and the run is over. Our brother there, Nogand, no dice. We're not interested. We are skipping your tutorial, my friend. Terrible haircut on you. It's like we got all the hair and nail genetics of the family, and we'll. So we've got Orenhard, Orenfast. If you want to suggest a name and/or faction for the next character, you can do that from this episode. This one isn't going to last forever, so we'll go with Lion, and we'll go red and yellow. So we want to get ourselves over to Vlandia, and then we will get off the horse and pick up the pace on foot. But we just don't want to get caught and minced at the very beginning. Luckily, being on the horse, we have got some arrows to begin with, so if it is a small group, I don't mind our chances. Oh dear. It's a larger group than I was hoping for, but yeah, we'll go for it. We'll go for it. What's the worst that could happen? Death is the worst, but I don't mind our chances here with only 8 of them. We'll see what we can do with the bow. Now, we aren't going to be using the bow. One other change with Bannerlord tweaks, I have increased the XP gain given we're Permadeath. I don't want to forever be using low-level characters, so you will see us, particularly in the low levels, really shooting up in terms of the XP gain. Stop throwing stones on the horse, you! So as you can see there, we've, gained some real significant XP for archery there. But we're not going to be using archery, so it's kind of irrelevant, but it did just buy us that level up. Only 10 arrows left, we really want to make these count. Get a few more. Oh dear. if we can sort of get an arrow in each of them. No, not even. There we go. They probably go down then to a hit or two. Take him out. So now we've only a few to get rid of. And I think, to say it's challenging, I think we've not done a bad job. Sword seems to be a decent length for a starter weapon. Then they did know they were starting us on a horse, so of course it makes sense to have the longer sword when you're a mounted character. Cheeky, cheeky. Don't really want the horse to go down, but...
Die, filth!
Oh, I'm the filth, am I? Says you in a dirt-stained overall, when I have a fine padded jacket on. There we go. Are you gonna stay up, last man standing? He still wants it. With his club there. Certainly got the weapon reach on him. There we go. Pretty happy with that. I know we cheesed them a little bit, but we didn't want that fight, and we took it rather than cowardly paying them off. Now we are over encumbered, so I think we do go back to Zenokia and just get rid of the tat. We are going to get rid of that, but we'll keep the wooden hammer just because of the smithing capability. And we will get rid of butter. Okay, and the dates. We'll try that one. I don't really want that over the shield bash, but we'll try it. And we'll go couple in vigor, 1 in control, and 1 in endurance. We'll take that up to 3, that up to 3, and that up to 3. Not really the most sensible thing, getting into blacksmithing turn 1, as it were, but we're going to go for it with blacksmithing, so I want to be able to make us a good sword, and well, that's about it really. Can't make crossbows, can't make shields. Maybe they'll add that in the future, fingers crossed they do, but if they don't, they don't. So, heading over just to the west, to the Vlandian lands. Just wanted to check everything was up and running there. I always get the feeling that it's not, even though I know that the key binding will work. Calradia, we know he's a man of honour, but he's not our ally in this particular instance. Fortunately for us, we are now in the lands of our people. We'll get ourselves into Sargo. There is a tournament. Let's see. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Might be better than what we're rocking with, and we do get a crossbow. Oh, his horse blocked that for his friend. Not the accuracy I was hoping for, but we'll take it. Oh, he's not our team, but I really wanted to get the shot off on him. Our first ever crossbow kill. That wasn't good. What are we, blue? Nope. The lightning reflexes there. Oh, that wasn't very good though. Right in the backside. Oh, slower than I'd give it credit for there. It's alright though, blue. Got you back. Oh dear. Shot my own teammate, I think, there. Don't know who you're dealing with. Well, expert forester. Not particularly clever though. So we haven't got the shield bash upgrade this time, so we'll see how effective it is in this fight. And it still does a job. Perhaps that extra bit of stun though will be making a difference. We've got a billman. He's very quick on his feet, to say about that armour, but he is a foot soldier after all. That is his bread and butter. So I'm on him. Me and the billman. And it is a joust off. Didn't mean to skewer the horse, but drag him round this rock. Exposed myself to him. Got in a flash away. Well, we'll take the level up. Very much like to win this though. There we go. Our first tournament. First one in, first one win. Bit of renown, arming sword, and 500 quid. It's not a terrible start to proceedings. Let's check the sword out, see if it's worth our time. It is the same as what we're using, so, you know, swings and roundabouts. But we will get rid of the bow, and we'll see what we can get crossbow-wise. I'm guessing there will be one. In fact, actually, we'll keep the sword. We'll keep the sword. We'll get rid of the bow. And, oh, he's got an Arbalist as well there. Obviously not in our price range currently, but it's good to know that they're in the pool. We'll be going for a light crossbow. And just some regular bolts. We'll get the 20. That'd be silly to go for 18 for the same price. There we go. That sounds like a deal, my friend. We'll take that. Oh, as you can see, the early levels definitely ramping up quicker. But I do think it'll plateau out, you know, as it does in the, you know, the base amount of experience. But I just think we don't necessarily want to grind it out for every single character when we know that, I mean, we might not even get past this episode yet. So, party, oh no, inventory, get rid of the horse. And we will actually put the crossbow, our main weapon. Not wanting to do that. What is your problem, inventory? Okay, don't know what its beef is there, but we certainly didn't want to march out into them, but I was just wondering if maybe it had taken an exception. There we go. We'll get rid of the horse. We are keeping him, but we'll get a recruit. That's not terrible. Let them just drift away a little, and then we'll try and get on a bit of a recruitment drive, maybe do a few missions for the locals, bandit base. Not just yet. We're basically recruit caliber ourselves, so I don't think we want to be taking on hideouts as it stands. Get a few more lads. Family feud. We'd love to train a few borrowed troops up. There we go, that's what we want. go into Atisia directly anyway, so we'll leave that other one for now. You don't mind if any die? Well, it's handy. But we still want to grab a couple more troops for ourselves for when these are done. Not be doing it from Armour. Let's get ourselves in Jaculin, see if we can get any tournament. It's a shame that the first time we got offered a weapon, it was a weapon we've already got, but it's very likely to be a helmet in most instances. We'll chase down these 6, get our first battle underway. We're happy if they meet up with those 4. We'll take the daytime movement speed, apologies, because I don't think we ever worry about trying to catch people at night. We just deal with them in the daytime. That glare. Well, if you weren't walking around whittled up, looking like a bit of a sketchy fella there. Short with that one. Look at him getting a bit of a back and forward sway on. Just in the thigh maybe there. 2 of men. I've got you back, don't worry. Borrowed troop doing a far better job than our own men really there. And we've got 2 leveled up, so that's paying the bills. We'll take the loot. We do not want to take hostile action on our own fine gentlemen of the land. But we will get ourselves back to Jaculin. Maybe there is a tournament now? No. Well, we want to get rid of these prisoners because they're only slowing us down. There we go, a bit more of a reasonable number, sort of between 10 and 20 would be ideal for just now. They need grain. I would quite like to help them out with that, but I don't really have the grain resources required as it stands. We'll just check in Jaculin. I imagine there isn't going to be any here because of the shortage they have, but we will test the water. They have got 1. Got a total of 4 now. Let's head over to next few villages. We're not going to buy any grain from the villages, but he's going to take all the troops, so no point even checking that place out. Lucibald of the Hammer, fencing. I'm not fencing your goods, no chance. So we have got a tournament. Let's just check if we've got the grain. There is some grain, so we'll take 12. I don't think they'll need any more than that. But we'll take part in the tournament on the interim, or in the interim. Got a little helmet. We will take part with that. Oh, headbutt. Defend our fellows here. See it while he's distracted. Crashing yours for me, there's no need for that. Look after that beautiful beast. So yellow is our opposition, that's fine. Bring them over here near our fellow Team Blue member. It's definitely causing the team an issue there. Getting the old 1-2 stab. Good save there. going for our ally, but we can understand that. Definitely need to improve our one-handed. Very slow at the moment. But polearms, on the other hand, we have full control. Oh, Bills, though. He's going to be better at this than we are. Attack first, ask questions later. Well, pretty happy with that. 2 on the bounce. And a nice new helmet. Get that on. Like a missile. Fire us at the enemy. And we will get rid of the tat. There we go. So we'll head back over to Chomad. See if there's any recruits just here. No, we don't want to get double teamed by them. But we will fight the 11 on their own on the way past. Because our recruits, I believe, yet have spears to begin with. And I think, despite the fact that they're lower damage, I think the range on the spear really helps out the recruits because they can keep themselves out of harm's way. Yeah, very short on that. Oh, great. Very happy with the damage on that at that range. Hey, we're doing well here. We'll make a marksman of him yet. It's 2 down. 3 down.
Charge!
I think I got him, but I might have hit our own dude. Just get in there and stab him in the back. Well done, gents. It's a great start to the fighting season. And we're now going to get some Levy crossbowmen. So the Vlandians are a crossbow faction, and this is kind of where we want to be getting to with them. Not the best armour set, I'd say, really, but still, they do the job, and they've got a good eye with the crossbow. So, so we've gone and got you the grain, and now you're sorted. Well, it's a bit unsociable, if you ask me. Go for these 6 now. We've got a little bit of a firing squad with us, and for some reason they still count as infantry rather than ranged. I'm not going to argue with that, but they are most definitely ranged. I don't think they even have a melee weapon. They might, but I'm not sure they do. So we'll get a little bit further up here. And we'll check out... Oh yeah, they have got a sword.
Stand up hard!
We'll just get them stood wide. Not necessarily the best view on this, but... Again, lethal with this thing. Somebody else finished him off. Bringing him right down. Don't want to shoot my mate in the head there. Well. Firing squad 1, looters 0. And we've already got a proper crossbowman. That's a good turn up for the books. Let's see where we are now. So, again, as I will say, if it starts to feel like we're leveling up real quick past the sort of 75 to 100 mark, then I will turn down the XP gain. But as I say, if we take one bad shot from an arrow at this point, we are dead. So I think it's reasonable to have that extra growth on. Now, even they don't want to mess, but I think we want to get just a couple more infantry before we commit to that. Train troops, we will do that for you. Now then, Brand. Fine tash on him, stiff upper lip. That's fine. You've heard I can train you fellas. Well, you are correct. And then we will get over here now. Now we've got the forces to back us up. Over yonder, this area up here tends to be full, rife with ne'er-do-wells, so we'll head up there in a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you straight in that ugly face of yours, my friend.
Move! Archers! Move! Archers!
There.
Move!
Nope.
Archer! Forward! Infantry!
I don't know what to do, that fella.
Forward! Loose formation!
So he's going to stand at the back there. Everybody else is loose. And I will point out, we can go first person. I don't mind going third person, get a bit more field of view. But we can always try out some first person stuff. Headshot from that range, happy with that. We're going to get the infantry to charge, because we want to upgrade those borrowed troops. No one escapes. Don't think we're going to repeat those devastating long-range shots just willy-nilly. Get rid of them. And that's another grand. Happy with that. So, we're up to 3 Gs now. Definitely making some headway. And we want to keep the total bodies small. And just be, you know, a short little firing squad that can take out, I think 21's not a bad number, that can take out the groups of bandits. And we want to just rack up a little bit of money. So I think, in fact, we will just sell the weapons for now, because I think having that stockpile of money is perhaps more important than getting the smithing done just yet. Again, I can always do the smithing off screen if you want to see the high level smithing but don't want to see us grind to get it. Stay clear of those sea raiders for now. We don't mind fighting both of those, but we don't want to fight all 3. But as we've seen, the crossbow is a pretty deadly weapon, not something to be underestimated. We'd like to get ourselves a workshop, particularly a wood workshop in Oxhall, because we have got a hardwood production facility over in Mariven. So we're going to pull the archers back there, everybody else here.
Loose formation!
And we'll let them just pop over that hill. These boys already feeling it. A little bit high. That one wasn't though.
Infantry attack!
Didn't want to hit my own fella there, so I took the lead-in shot. They'll make a sniper of us yet. Another crossbowman. Well, another 2 levy. Another 1 levy and another 2 proper. And then I think we do go for these 23. I think we'll chance it. They are scared of us. They know our firepower. But we are outnumbered this time, and there are a lot of bodies. The front line will meet, I'm sure. I think we'll pull back a little bit.
Forward! Move! Give them hell! Line for move! Stand
Sorry,
apart!
we didn't mean to give the charge there.
Arrows! Move!
We'll have the archers, well, crossbowmen just off to one side there. short still, I think, there. Well, somebody's hit him already. I think that one just whistled past him.
Attack!
Infantry can charge. We'll get a kill there. And another. We will lose a few troops, I think, in this fight, but we've driven them off. Oh, we're still going over here. Oh, nearly hit my own guy. No. That'll do. We lost 2, but that's fine. Not for them, obviously, but we can abide it because we're building up that firing squad. I'll head back to Pravend or Pravend, and we will recruit more troops for the wars. And we have got a tournament. We shall end on the tournament. I'm happy with them. They are quite heavy. We are just over, but we'll do a tournament. See if we can get our money's worth this time. Hoping our teammate doesn't go down and let that fella charge us on. There we go. But he's made short work of him. Bills at dawn. Again, we're going to go with the same strategy, just get the first hit in. One hit. Oh, fancy footwork. Yeah, I knew we were through anyway and just bottled it really. Want to keep that crossbowman occupied. There we go. What are we? Red. Somehow took that on the shield, but there we go. Sneak one into the ribs. Oh, this is his bread and butter. This he is a vol user.
Come on!
Yes, snuck it in past. And he's still keeled over. He's winded. He's like, oh, we were right in ribs. Oh. Well, we have taken the boots for ourselves. That's 3 out of 3 this episode. I'm pretty happy with that, I think. Is it 3 out of 3? It all blends into one now. 1,300 quid's worth of boots. We will certainly take those. Feet are lovely and protected now. Looks like we're a bit like leg warmers, don't they? But they're not, I assure you. They are manly male leggings of some kind. Let's just see if we've got any. I don't think there are like other kinds of bolt, but we will just check out whether there is anything else. Yeah, the only other kind's tournament, and we don't particularly want those. They're all basically the same, but we've managed to get standard bolts with a stack of 20, so quite content with that. So we've seen the Arbalist elsewhere, but we know it's about 5 grand. I don't think we invest in that yet. Light crossbow is just fine for us. And these are the sorts of items we can expect from the Vlandians. I don't particularly like that armour, but it is considerably better than what we've got. Considerably better than the 300 look also. So, yeah, it's a lot more armour than what we've got, but I don't particularly like the look of it. So we're not going to bother with that, but we will wear it if we get some for free. Well, that is the first episode in the bag. Let me know if you've got any thoughts. We will bang another one in endurance. And I really want to ramp the smithing up, so I'm just going to put it in smithing. I will perhaps hunt down a few looters and just get a bit of smithing out of the way in the interim, and then we'll do another episode. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time in the Underhive.